we want to talk about flooding. And, when we think about flooding during the summer, some big dangers immediately come to mind. Rising waters damaging homes, sweeping away cars. But there could be another danger lurking in the floodwaters, and that's venomous snakes.
All right, well, joining us now to talk even more about snakes and show us some of her few slithering friends, Linda May, with the Environmental Outreach Coordinator at the Georgia Department of Natural Resources. Linda, thanks for coming in.
Sure.
You've got a corn snake with you, and this is a rattler that's not moving, thank goodness, and
Right.
not alive.
This is the taxidermy mound of an eastern diamondback.
But why do floodwaters flush these out so much?
Well, it's just displacing them from all their normal habitats. So think about where snakes live. They're underground, they're in rock crevices, they're in leaf litter and shrubs in the forest. And so when that water comes through, it just pushes them out. They do have to breathe. They have to swim. And so it looks like there's a lot more of them.
All right, so I just learned this morning. There are venomous and non-venomous.
Right.
Correct.
Not poisonous.
Not poisonous, right. So first talk about that,
What's the difference
between venomous and poisonous?
Well, poisonous is something that if you eat it, it will have an ill effect, whereas venomous, it has to be injected.
Do all snakes have venom?
No.
They
No,
don't?
just certain
Okay,
ones.
interesting.
Yeah, actually a pretty small percentage of most snakes have.
And the ones that have venom are poisonous or not?
Not necessarily.
Unless you eat it.
So, okay.
You could actually eat a venomous snake
And it'd be
not
harmful.
have an ill effect.
All right, so the one that you're holding right there, what kind of snake is that?
This is a corn snake. It's also known as a red rat snake.
It's non-venomous.
Non-venomous.
Would you find this in the floodwaters?
You could.
Or
It's
flooded
found
field.
in many parts of the U.S. It is more common in the South, like the coastal plains area in the Southeast.
And
But
that corn snake's our friend too, isn't it? I mean, it's going to take out a few things that we don't want
Absolutely. I mean, they are known for eating rats. That's why they're called rat snakes. It's one of several subspecies of rat snakes. So yeah, you can imagine if we didn't have something controlling all the rodent populations, what that would be like.
You brought some other snakes in
Yeah, you
as
brought
well,
some
too,
other
right?
ones.
Yeah, let's bring
these
them in
guys
and take a look. And in terms of identifying which ones are venomous or non-venomous, is there a good trick to the trade there?
In general, a non-venomous snake is going to be longer and slender versus something like this diamondback is going to be really chunky looking. But I would say in most of the U.S., just first thing to look for is, does it have a rattle? Some parts of the U.S., the only venomous snakes that are there are rattlesnakes. So that's easy enough to look for.
Right there.
And then there are some
here?
other characteristics. This is an eastern king snake. It's similar to some of the other, we have other subspecies in the U.S. that look a little like this, maybe a slight variation. But
This is good. This is important because it's important to leave these guys alone because they eat the bad guys, don't they?
they do. The king snakes are immune to venomous snakes' venom. So if you were to whack one of these in the head, first of all, that was probably illegal in your state. But also, you're inviting more venomous snakes in your yard, too.
Interesting. So what about the other snake you have brought? I think that one you said is
they just keep
becoming
getting
more
bigger,
Rare.
Jen.
I know. I mean, look at this
Just
guy.
keep getting bigger, these snakes.
This
Yeah, that's
snake,
big.
like the king snake,
Beautiful.
is
What kind is
also
that?
immune to venomous snake venom. And this is an eastern indigo, and it is considered federally threatened, so it's actually on the endangered species list.
It's a
So
beautiful snake.
is this Eastern Appalachians? Is this lowlands? Where are you
This
finding
is
these?
more the coastal plains of the
Coastal plain,
southeast,
okay.
so south of the fall line.
Can this be a threat to people or to pets, though?
Not really. I mean, they're not looking to harm us. They're just out living their lives. You mainly just have to watch where you're walking in your yard. Very small dog maybe, but I've never heard of them really going after.
So
Linda
bottom
May,
line,
thank you.
leave all the snakes alone.
Leave them
Let
alone,
do their
and
thing.
they will
Even
leave
these.
you alone.
All right,
Yeah.
if you have questions, go to our AMHQ Facebook page. Linda's going to join us for a conversation on Facebook Live right after this. Linda May, thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Linda.
thank you.